Picture this: a quiet, picturesque county nestled in the very heart of Ireland, a place where rolling green pastures stretch as far as the eye can see, where local traditions thrive, and the rhythm of life is dictated more by the seasons than by the stock market. This is Westmeath, a region far better known for its tranquil lakes, lively music festivals, and tight-knit communities than for international showdowns or global power plays. And yet, just recently, Westmeath found itself at the epicenter of a subtle but significant international drama. Out of the blue, the county council received not one, but several formal requests from high-level Chinese delegations eager to pay an official visit. These were not casual tourists or passing dignitaries. These were representatives from some of China's fastest ascending economic giants: Shijiazhuang, a booming pharmaceutical and biotech hub, and Shandong, a province famed for its record-breaking agricultural output and relentless innovation. Both regions were keen to explore the landscape, forge new ties, and perhaps plant the seeds for lucrative investments. But rather than embracing this sudden surge of attention, Westmeath County Council made a choice that raised eyebrows across the region and perhaps even beyond. With calm deliberation, they politely declined the requests from Shijiazhuang and Shandong. Only delegations from Hubei, their long-standing Chinese partner, would be welcomed. The message was clear: the door remains open, but only for old friends. So why would a local authority, one usually focused on repairing roads, supporting schools, and delivering day-to-day services, say no to such potentially game-changing opportunities? What deeper forces are at play behind this seemingly simple decision? And what might this episode reveal about the new rules of global engagement, not only for Ireland, but for small regions everywhere? To answer these questions, let's journey back to the year 2015. At this time, the world economy was in flux. China was on an unmistakable upward trajectory, its Belt and Road Initiative making headlines and reshaping trade routes from Asia to Africa and Europe. Ireland, meanwhile, was still emerging from the shadow of a severe financial crisis, searching for new growth engines and global connections that could help future-proof its rural economies. It was against this backdrop that Westmeath County Council took a bold step. Determined to think beyond its borders, the council organized a modest trade mission to China. What started as a small group of local leaders and business people, armed with more hope than expectation, quickly blossomed into a groundbreaking opportunity. That same year, Westmeath and Hubei province signed a comprehensive cooperation agreement. This was no mere photo opportunity. The pact was deliberate, detailed, and practical. A blueprint for collaboration in business, education, culture, and technology. It laid out clear objectives, established milestones, and set the stage for a partnership with real teeth. Fast forward nearly a decade, and the fruits of this deal are everywhere. Let's start with research and innovation. Athlone Institute of Technology, now a part of Technological University of the Shannon, joined forces with Hubei's Wuhan University to tackle pressing challenges like sustainable water management and renewable energy. These weren't empty gestures. These projects pulled in a combined €500,000 in funding, shared across Irish and Chinese sources. The work has already yielded promising prototypes in efficient irrigation and solar-powered water purification, technologies now being field-tested on both sides of the Eurasian continent. The agricultural sector in Westmeath, steeped in tradition but hungry for modernization, has also reaped the benefits. Local companies have inked export deals with Hubei, worth several million euro over recent years. Smart irrigation systems, precision dairy equipment, and organic food products now make their way from Ireland's heartland to the dynamic markets of central China. In the most recent year alone, Westmeath's exports to Hubei reached approximately €2.5 million, a staggering figure for a rural community. For many local businesses, this wasn't just about new sales. It was a ticket to the global marketplace, a chance to innovate and compete on a world stage. But the impact goes beyond economics. Culture has been a vibrant thread in the Westmeath-Hubei tapestry. In the summer of 2018, the Mullingar Arts Center hosted a spellbinding performance by a traditional music ensemble from Hubei. The event was more than entertainment. It was a celebration of cultural fusion, drawing sellout crowds and igniting fresh curiosity about Chinese traditions. Local schools responded with Mandarin language classes, and soon, exchange programs flourished. Students and teachers from both regions began crossing continents, sharing new perspectives, and building friendships that could last a lifetime. A survey conducted in early 2024 revealed that nearly two-thirds of Westmeath residents supported the Council's ongoing engagement with Hubei, citing tangible economic gains and a richer cultural life. This level of public endorsement is significant, especially in a climate where international ties can spark controversy or skepticism. Yet, as with any partnership, challenges lurk just below the surface. The world has grown more complicated since 2015. Trade tensions between the European Union and China have escalated, fueled by disputes over access to markets, protection of intellectual property, and broader questions about fairness and reciprocity. Concerns over human rights in China have also come to the fore, with advocacy groups in Ireland and beyond demanding greater transparency and ethical standards in every aspect of cross-border cooperation. Michael Ryan, a senior figure in the Ireland-China Business Association, summed it up. Transparency and open communication are essential if you want these partnerships to last. The days of backroom deals and vague promises are over. Both sides need to know where they stand, and the community needs to see the benefits clearly. Against this shifting backdrop, the arrival of new overtures from Shijiazhuang and Shandong presented Westmeath with a genuine dilemma. Shijiazhuang, located in Hubei province, has rapidly become a pharmaceutical powerhouse, with a 12% increase in foreign investment over the past year alone. Shandong, for its part, has posted a 7% jump in agricultural output, largely due to advanced technology adoption and favorable weather. Both regions showed keen interest in learning from Westmeath's experiences and exploring joint ventures. On paper, these were irresistible offers. New markets, fresh investment, a broader international profile. For some local leaders, the prospect of working with multiple Chinese partners was almost too good to pass up. But after careful debate, the Council decided to maintain its focus on Hubei. The chief executive explained that, as a matter of principle and protocol, only Hubei delegations would be accommodated. This wasn't about shutting doors or fearing the unknown. It was about honoring commitments, avoiding overextension, and managing risk in a rapidly changing world. Some stakeholders were disappointed, fearing lost opportunities. Others felt relief, trusting that focus would protect the Council's capacity and reputation. This decision raises a larger question. Is loyalty to a single region a sign of strategic clarity, or a missed opportunity in a world that prizes flexibility and diversification? To dig deeper, let's explore the concept of subnational diplomacy, a growing trend where cities and regions forge their own international partnerships, often sidestepping national governments in the process. Dr. Li Zhang, a leading researcher at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, explains, subnational partnerships are crucial for fostering goodwill and driving economic cooperation at the grassroots level. They allow for tailored agreements that reflect local needs and opportunities rather than one-size-fits-all national policies. Mary Buckley, a professor at University College Dublin, adds, focused regional agreements can yield more tangible benefits than broad national-level initiatives, provided they are well managed. When local authorities know their partners, understand the risks, and set clear goals, these partnerships can deliver real value. In Westmeath's case, this targeted approach has paid dividends. The partnership with Hubei has delivered research funding, export growth, and cultural enrichment that would have been hard to achieve through broader, more diffuse arrangements. Since 2022, the Council's budget for international partnerships has remained steady at €150,000 annually, a significant allocation for a county of its size, but one that underscores careful planning and prudent investment. But the world is in constant flux. Hubei's own economy is evolving at breakneck pace, growing by nearly 6% in the first quarter of the current year, powered by surges in automotive manufacturing and electronics. The Hubei Science and Technology Department has set aside roughly €2 million to support joint research projects with Irish partners this year alone. Westmeath-based companies have seized these opportunities, participating in high-profile trade fairs in China. Their efforts have not gone unnoticed. Irish dairy technology and smart farming tools have drawn interest from dozens of Chinese buyers and investors. Still, with opportunity comes risk. David O'Sullivan, the former European Union ambassador to the United States, offers a warning. Local authorities need to balance the benefits of Chinese partnerships with concerns about reciprocity and human rights. The scrutiny from national and European bodies is only going to increase, especially as these relationships deepen and as global politics become more unpredictable. Imagine, for instance, a scenario where China shifts its strategic priorities. If, for political or economic reasons, Hubei were to turn its attention elsewhere, Westmeath might find itself suddenly isolated. The carefully nurtured alliance could lose relevance, and those rejected overtures from Shijiazhuang or Shandong might be lost for good. Dr. Sarah Clark, an economic analyst, notes. Diversifying international partnerships can enhance economic resilience for local economies, but careful due diligence is crucial. Putting all your eggs in one basket, no matter how promising that basket seems, always carries risk. Public opinion is another wild card. While a recent survey showed that about 65% of Westmeath residents back the council's engagement with Hubei, sentiment can shift rapidly. Economic downturns, political controversies, or negative revelations about the partnership could force local leaders to diversify or rethink their approach. In June of this year, the Ireland-China Business Association hosted a widely attended webinar to discuss these very challenges, inviting experts from both Ireland and China to share insights and best practices. Looking ahead, several possible futures emerge for Westmeath's unique partnership. In one optimistic vision, cooperation with Hubei deepens, spreading into new areas like sustainable agriculture, smart city development, green energy, and advanced manufacturing. Imagine Westmeath pioneering smart city projects, installing intelligent traffic systems, renewable energy grids, and data-driven public services, all with technical support from Hubei. Such collaboration could create quality jobs, attract global investment, and position the county as a leader in rural innovation. These joint efforts could also contribute solutions to shared global challenges, from climate change to food security. Alternatively, mounting scrutiny from national or European authorities might force the council to introduce robust transparency measures, stricter reporting standards, and tighter oversight. The pace of collaboration could slow, but the partnership might become even more resilient, underpinned by greater trust and stronger alignment with national priorities. A less favorable scenario is also possible. If Hubei, or China more broadly, reorients its economic strategy, Westmeath could see a reduction in engagement. The county might then need to reconsider past overtures or seek new international partners, perhaps turning to emerging markets in Asia, Africa, or even North America. Looking abroad, there are instructive parallels. In Germany, several counties experimented with broad partnerships across multiple Chinese provinces. The result? Many struggled to deliver meaningful outcomes, stretched thin by competing demands and cultural misunderstandings. In contrast, focused agreements, like the celebrated partnership between Lyon in France and Guangzhou in China, have often yielded more measurable and lasting results. Experts agree. The key is not just picking the right partners, but managing relationships transparently, flexibly, and with a readiness to adapt. There's also a tourism dimension. John Walsh of Tourism Ireland points out that targeted marketing strategies are essential for attracting specific segments of the Chinese tourism market. Westmeath, with its shimmering lakes and rich heritage, has already enjoyed a rise in Chinese visitors, many of whom first discovered the county through exchange programs or business delegations linked to the Hubei partnership. These visitors bring new revenue, but also new ideas and cultural exchanges, adding further layers to the county's international profile. So what practical advice does the Westmeath story offer to policymakers, business leaders, and engaged citizens? First, transparency is essential. As Michael Ryan of the Ireland-China Business Association insists, open communication is crucial for building trust and ensuring the long-term success of regional partnerships. Every agreement